Not all business class flight experience are the same, even when you're flying with the same airlines. Their fleet can have a different configuration, and the experience on board can also differ based on the cabin crew that you get. Welcome to Qatar Airways Trip Report. This is not the first time that we're flying with this carrier. In fact, we have a full video on our channel detailing our economy class flight from Philadelphia to Dubai in 2021. The experience on board that flight was incredible that I decided to give them another try on their business class. Although this is not their infamous qsuite, it is still a great product to try, especially on this 6-hour flight. Today, we're flying to Dar Es Salaam on Qatar Airways Boeing Dreamliner 787-800 on business class cabin. This trip was part of my mileage run with 3 airlines, 3 cabin classes, 4 continents in 4 days. I hope you'll stick around and watch the whole video as we chase the Platinum Pro status with American Airlines and One World Emirate. Also, be on the lookout of the video showing how I was able to travel around these 3 airlines and what I did at each destination. Video flights with both American Airlines and British Airways are already available on our channel, and I will link them in the description. Good morning from the beautiful Westin Hotel here in Doha. Today we're going to be flying on Qatar Airways, their business class from Doha to Dar Es Salaam in Tanzania. So today is the first time flying on their business class. This is not the qsuite, but it's still one of the most renowned business class in the world. So we're going to try it out today. It's going to be about 6-hour flight time down to Tanzania. So I hope you enjoy watching this video. And if you did, hit the like button. And if you're not a subscriber, be sure to subscribe to our channel. Let's go to this flight now. We made our way to Amenity International Airport in Doha to return the rental car and get boarding passes. Okay, so we are at the airport now. I drove while I was here, so just returned the rental car, and we're about to now go kind of do a check-in. I've already checked in. I checked in online, but I still needed like a paper boarding pass. So I'm gonna find the counter and see how that experience will be. We are flying with their Boeing 787-800. So we're gonna go now and get checked in, and we're gonna be on our way to Dar es Salaam. Business class passengers have a designated check-in area. There are seats available while you wait to be helped. This eliminates long standing. After you are checked in, there's a designated security lane to be used. So for the business class check-in here at Amenity International Airport, you check in at your own designated business class area, and then that leads you directly to the immigration area. So we're going to immigration right now, and then after that, we're gonna go into the lounge. After going through security, I made my way to the lounge, passing by Teddy Bear, now decorated with FIFA World Cup. If you're not aware, Qatar is hosting the 2022 FIFA World Cup. Qatar Airways Business Class Lounge access is for customers flying on that cabin only. One World Elite members who are not traveling on premium cabin have access to the gold and silver lounge depending on their status. At the lounge, there were a lot of passengers who were arriving from multiple destinations and connecting onwards. The lounge offers buffet style of sandwiches downstairs and a sit-down meal upstairs. Most passengers wanted to head upstairs for the dining experience. Because of that, there were huge lines with wait times up to 30 minutes before you can get a table. Once you are up there, you have great selection of food options. You can also order a la carte if it fits your preference. Even though this lounge is big and with 2 levels, it fills up quickly. Overall, it is one of my favorite lounges in the world. Someday, I'll be able to get into their first class lounge, and that will change my opinion on this one. So right now we are at the lounge, and there's a lot of people here, and I think just because a lot of flights have landed, a lot of connecting flights are here, so a lot of people are at the lounge. And there's a wait time if you want to have the dining here where they have the buffet. So I think it was about 10 minutes wait downstairs. But other than that, it's been great. Just gonna chill here for about an hour until we go board our flight. So right now we're still here at the lounge and it's fully packed. There's just a lot of people here. So travel is definitely back. It's not like how it was when we first came here last year. So it is really back, a lot of people, and it's full, hard to find spaces. So yeah, I guess we're back to the new normal. Our flight was departing at gate C43. Since this gate is a bit far from the lounge, it was a bit of a walk and train catching combination. So it says my flight is boarding. I don't think it's true, but I'm gonna make my way over there because it takes time. We were supposed to board at 7:15, but it looks like it's boarding earlier than expected. So I'm gonna head over there to gate C43, Charlie 43. While I was walking, I noticed that this airport has an Apple store inside. What? Is this a mall or an airport? The answer is both. Airports nowadays have been turned into these shopping malls with the inflated price, hoping to suck money out of people who are traveling. This is just my opinion. Anyways, we take the train and make our way to the gate located on the ground floor. Since this flight services both Dar es Salaam and Kilimanjaro, both names are advertised on the departure gate. The boarding process began and they were boarding by group zones to board the bus. What surprised me is that business class passengers have their own bus that is decked out with premium seating. Our bus made its way to our plane, and during our journey, you get to see a lot of planes, including seeing the A330, 800 double-deckers being back in service. At our plane site, we board through the staircase. Although I enjoy this type of boarding process, I still feel like this is not inclusive of people who have disability. They are forced to walk up the stairs when they should have a jet bridge. Welcome to the world best known airline in business class. Even though this is not the qsuite, it is still nonetheless a great business class. I will explain shortly why I think so. On this Dreamliner, the business class turns left to the front and the economy to the right. The configuration for business class is 1-to-1 with 22 seats, totaling 2 awkwardly seats in the back by the bathroom area. I made it to my seat 4 Alpha. Let's have a moment to enjoy this, shall we? Also, this video is not sponsored. All my travel video reviews are never sponsored. We pay our trip with cash or points, therefore providing you real feedback and honest review. As we mesmerize the seat, let's get familiarized with what's around the seat and the amenities provided on this business class. On the seat, you have a huge TV and lots of legroom. You have a remote controller for the TV and a USB charger, headphone jack and seat controller, a large tray table to be used during meal service or work during flight. You have storage cubbies on both sides of the seat for your shoes and another where the headphones are stored. The foot area, although narrow, it was still spacious for me. Not sure how a taller person might think or feel about them. There is also a reading light. As for the amenity provided, you get a huge blanket, a pillow. The blanket is also comfortable, as you will see later in the video. You're offered a packaged wet towel. Normally I'm used to the actual fresh towel. Let's see if they will have it later in the flight. You also get noise cancelling headphones, a bottle of water, and Amenity Kit bag. More to come on what's inside the bag. Let's not forget a welcome drink. I selected the champagne. As we enjoy our champagne, let's see what meal and drinks are being offered on this flight. I'll let you read it. Feel free to pause the video for more reading time if needed. So we just boarded the flight right now. I'm sitting in 4A, and so far I'm very impressed with this business class. Although it lacks privacy, but it's still better than flying business class right now. So a lot of room space here where I'm sitting. So the leg room space is pretty good, not too bad. Again, this is on the Dreamliner, 787-800 Dreamliner. It's gonna take us down to Dar Es Salaam, and then it's gonna continue to Kilimanjaro. And then again, everything so far smooth, pretty good. And I've already ordered a champagne, which is the amenity that is available when you board the flight. Shortly, the staircase was removed and we started taxiing to runway to make our way down to Tanzania. The flight time just under 6 hours, at 5 hours and 55 minutes to be exact. As we are taxiing, let's check the entertainment system on this flight. The system was actually working and they had a wide variety of movies from all over the world. This allowed me to appreciate my African movies. It was time for takeoff. As we take off, I would like to welcome a new subscriber to our family and thank those who have been with us since the beginning. On our channel, we provide travel tips so that you can travel better. We also share our family travel adventures and love for food globally. If this is something that interests you, consider subscribing. On our takeoff, we had great views of Doha skyline. Shortly after takeoff, the meal service started. We started with the champagne and a warm almond and cashew nuts. Since I pre-ordered my meal, everything came in at once. I had the barbecue meal selection, which included chicken, lamb, and beef. The meal was tasteful and filling. After dinner, a cheese plate was given as dessert. One thing I didn't know or realize on this flight, this was the only meal service. Thank you. Now onto the toilet to check it out. Now, I have been flying for a while and I have never seen a plane toilet with a window. You could be looking outside while you do your business. Anyways, the toilet was a bit narrow, but it contained all the necessary amenities that you will need. This includes toothbrush, lotion, and perfume. There's also a changing table for parents who are traveling with the little ones. Back to our seat, and it was time to lay flat and watch some movie. So the blanket that I have, it is a full blanket and it's so comfortable. So comfortable. However, I fell asleep for about 3.5 hours. This was much needed sleep. Now let's look inside the amenity bag that we got. We start making our descent down to Dar es Salaam with the beautiful views of the coast of Kenya and Tanzania. Unfortunately, no views of Mount Kilimanjaro on this flight route. At this time, I'd like to thank the sponsor of this trip, my family. They were nice enough to allow Papa to take this long but brief trip, though it was their long weekend. As we are making our descent, I'm reminded of incredible landscape of our beautiful continent of Africa. Also, I'd like to say that overall this was a great flight. Great cabin crew and great service on board. Now I see why Qatar was named the best airline. However, one little thing I noticed is that when we were about 1.5 hours from landing, the crew attitude changed. They became more robotic than the personal touch they had earlier in the flight. I have noticed this on many flights going down to Africa. The service starts great, and then as soon as we are closer to the destination, the attitude changes. The same is when leaving Africa. Tense attitude in the beginning, and then friendlier when approaching Europe, Middle East, or Americas. We landed in Dar es Salaam at 1:30 p.m. and quickly made our way to the gate. This airport is beautiful. It reminds me of Addis Ababa airport in Ethiopia. Those who were staying in Dar had to get off, and those continuing to Kilimanjaro stayed on board. Quick traveling tip at Dar. For most countries, visa can be obtained at arrival. You can also apply for this ahead of time online and print your receipt and bring it with you. They accept mainly cash for payment, and when the credit card machine is working, you can pay with that as well. However, I recommend bringing cash for that. You will go through multiple passport and bag checks. It is okay, just be prepared for that. To get to the city, you could hire a car, a taxi, or if you are feeling adventurous, you could rent one and drive yourself. The journey to the city takes anywhere between 30 minutes to 1.5 hours depending on the traffic. Expect to pay anywhere from $20 to $50 one way. Rental cars are anywhere from $59 to up per day. Some excursion company will bundle your transportation cost to and from hotel. So just landed here Dar Es Salaam, and I'm gonna go through immigration and then head over to the hotel. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you did, don't forget to smack the like button, and if you're not yet a subscriber, consider subscribing. Also share our video, and don't forget to click on the notification bell so you know when we drop our next video. See you on the next one.